What is up, young nation, and what is up, newcomers? Welcome back to Home, a unique horror adventure. Alright, let's see if I can finish this game in this sitting. If not, well, I'll just do another one. So I'm not gonna lie, it's been a little while. I'm going to try and release a series of videos all at once, but I'm just gonna say this right now, I don't remember which way I've gone, which way I haven't gone. I can't remember the full stuff. Oh, I remember majority of what's kind of been happening, so... The mouse still sat there heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying in the basement? Okay, I couldn't leave now until I thought about this some more. I needed answers. Alright, I'm kind of remembering what's all been happening. I need to make sure I was perfectly clear. Perfectly clear of what? Alright, so I kind of remember, I'm still firmly believing I killed and all this other, I killed my friend, my wife, just because I found out that they were having an affair. Well, Rachel probably told, and then I probably killed her, went to the house, killed that guy, and I went through all this series. I don't know fully, but all I know is I'm pretty sure I did it. It was a letter I had taken from the post box. Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? That's the guy's name, Norman, right? Why, I didn't think things were that bad. In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Ooh, this is where the choices is, and this is where... You know, I'm kind of thinking I did it, but at the same time, I feel like this is the ultimate choice, so I'm just going to go with yes. I was sure of it. She wanted to end their affair, and that bastard, he killed her for it. A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan it out. He knew where we lived, obviously. Is that why Rachel looked so scared when I came home that day? What had happened to me? Did Norman knock me out or something? From now on, I'd have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. That's a bad outlook. I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to put this whole mess behind me. I'm still kind of thinking he did it, even with that. Just thinking about things like that made me sick with grief. Well, obviously you're going to think that. You're going to be not happy. Because you just thought that. Perhaps I would never know how that mirror came to be broken. Was it by Rachel's assailant or by Rachel herself? The thought lingered and would haunt me forever. I mean, it could also be plausible that Norman came over trying to stop Rachel, killed her, and then I got knocked out, woke up, saw Rachel was dead, I knew it was Norman, went, killed him, still got knocked out somehow, and you guys couldn't remember. I'm not fully sure. The laptop was dead, but I found some notes and loose paper in the drawer where I had found the key. There was a yellow sticky note with an 8-digit code on it. Did I take it? Yeah, the code looked like it might be for the safe, but what kind of phrase was that? Well, we're gonna find out. Where the safe is on the, what, first floor? I still really like how exploratory this game is. Yeah, that's weird. The reflection in the grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I still really like how descriptive it is, too. Just, I'm looking at it from that author perspective. Of just, you want a game that's going to be kind of descriptive, especially when there's, like, no sounds. So, there, that was decided. Okay, I still haven't played this in a week and a half. So, forgive me. I know because like I said, I'm planning on releasing all the videos all at once. So, it'll be like, oh, maybe he's just changing his clothes, but no, I just record this at different times. The code I found should have let me access the safe. Did I try to open it? Yes. The code worked. I pulled open the small safe door and peered inside. There was a photo in there of Rachel and I when we had first moved to town. In it, we were smiling outside the front of the house, which looked like a real mess. We looked happy, though. Odd. I couldn't remember who took that photo. Inside the safe was also an envelope. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was as good a time as any to see what was inside. I just want to apologize if there's background noise. The furnace is running. It's freaking cold in here. It's cold outside, so trying to heat up the house. That's why I'm all kind of like bummed up. I got sweatpants on, I got a hoodie on, I got socks on my feet because everything is just cold. Then I opened the envelope and read what was inside. Well, everyone's pretty much dead, so let's go with yes. I tore open the envelope and removed the yellow lined paper inside. On it was a letter, unwritten in a hand that looked familiar. The letter read, "I know this whole event has probably been pretty difficult. You can't imagine how hard it's been for me too. Well, maybe you can. This isn't meant to be an excuse, but, well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like such a dream, a quiet place to get established, to live out our lives and to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly changed. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into that world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all. But it took all this to make you realize. In the end, though, you may never forgive me for this. You may never forgive yourself. But this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm just sorry it had to happen this way. Rachel." Secret documents. Trophy earned. There's just nothing. He's just... I don't know what to say that. The man in that house, was he responsible? When I woke up, I found him dead already. That's what I'm curious. Who is that man? Who is the security guard? What's all going on with that? I'm trying to do that as quietly as possible, but it seemed like I'd seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back in the basement. Just maybe. Just maybe. Maybe there wouldn't be anything for me to find, but I had to take a last look. I'm expecting something. Like, this is a horror game, right? So I'm kind of expecting. I needed to put an end to this situation, one way or another. Well, what was the point of me coming down here? Because I mean, seriously, what was the point of me coming down here? It's just telling me that... There's nothing for me here anymore. No reason to stay in that house. Did I leave, never to return? No. Well, I mean, you're telling me I can go back to the basement. And now you're telling me I can't even move forward in that? I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to put this whole mess behind me. Sorry, I couldn't hold it. I'm sorry, guys. I know I'm disgusting. This is what happens when it's wintertime. It's not as bad in the summer. I feel like I have this thing where I have to do that all year round. Summer, not so bad. Fall, it's meh. Spring, it's okay. Winter, oh my gosh. And for us, winter lasts about 8 months. We literally have 2 seasons here in Saskatchewan. Summer, winter. And our summer doesn't last very long. Sorry, I have my phone facing me, so pretty much facing the fact that, okay, yeah, facing me, so I'm seeing myself, so I'm sorry if I'm not fully looking at the actual lens. I promise I'm looking at you guys. I'm looking at you. Sorry. I probably got a little too close. Hi. But I do need to get a camera at some point. Really bad. I know I said in August I was going to try and get one, but I didn't get as much shifts as I was wanting and needed to get one, so yeah. I will do a video later on too, probably talking about what I'm doing for work, because probably some of you that are watching this, you're probably like, what do you do? Like, I mean, I don't have enough subs to do YouTube full time, so I wish. And even though, you know, well, actually, I'm not ready to be that vulnerable yet. Okay, we're gonna try and see. I needed to put an end to this situation one way or another. Why can't I just go? Sorry. See, and I wish I had a mic that I could just plug into my PS4, have it sit right here. I mean, I could buy one off Amazon. I'm thinking about it. That way I can actually hear the full sounds, get that full embrace of stuff when I play horror. Because I'm thinking about trying to play Don't Knock Twice again. I want to be able to hear everything. The only thing I'm not happy about with that game is I'm going to have to start all over because I broke it. Who knows, maybe I'll load it up and it'll be fixed. I don't know. Maybe it was just a glitch in that. If I go back into that game and the door's actually open or working, or I can actually open it, then I'll probably just start a video on doing that. But for now, I don't know when I'm going to do it. But for now as well, I don't know if I want to buy that mic yet. I do. It looks really cool though. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plant had helped in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help, not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it. The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was a final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. I wasn't sure what had happened to me, to that other man I found in that house. He seemed to me more a victim, but what was his role in all this? After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I'd watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was attacked? With Rachel gone, the implications of what had happened that night were starting to gnaw at me. Someone had clearly taken my wallet. It wasn't me in those woods. Or at Norman's. It wasn't me in those woods or at Norman's. But who could have done so? And why drop my things all over the place? Was someone trying to incriminate me? Even more troubling were those poor girls I found in those terrible woods, half hidden in a shallow grave. Their secret deaths seemed like the ultimate defiling. If I had found them, would anyone have done so? Would they have even been missed? I vaguely recalled the desk I'd seen in those tunnels, the names etched there. Someone had killed those girls. Was it that man? I knew Norman wasn't completely innocent in all this. He was obviously going back to the factory, rooting in those lockers. But had he brought that poor guard I had found to his end? It certainly seemed so, but I almost didn't want to believe it. After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could just go get to Norman's store. But all I had found were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really consider it, that's when I should have seen it coming. Norman, you were dead, and it was dang hard to feel bad about that. Wow. It was clear you and Rachel were more than just friends, but obviously whatever had been going on had gone badly. So why did you kill her? Did she want out of whatever you two were getting into? Are you responsible for the other murders and of those other horrible things that had gone in that town? I would find no peace. That much was certain. But this way, I didn't have to look you in the eye or sit through some kind of trial and wonder what was going through your head. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I had started to feel as disoriented as when I sleepwalked. To think of it now. When I entered from the backyard, I knew something was wrong. I could feel it. No sounds, no movement. It was like the entire house had been holding its breath, waiting for me. But Rachel... Oh, Rachel. No one could have been prepared for that. Norman, I will never forgive you for what you've done. Your death is no comfort. I only wish it could have been me who made you breathe your last. For whatever reasons you had, I could never have fathomed that this would be the end. My Rachel was dead. She was gone. And soon, too, I would be. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Sorry. That's the end. Okay, that was the end, apparently. Wasn't exactly terrifying as I thought it would be. Okay, so since this video is ending earlier than I thought it would be, I'll just also give my writer perspective now. Been my gamer one. Gamer, I liked it. It was very interesting. Home is dedicated to my wife Nancy. Watch her back. That's kind of creepy. The end. Not necessarily because there's a whole bunch of different... I like the fact as well from a gamer, if I played through it again, I would probably get that other perspective, well, get different endings. I mean, I don't know where I was going, but I would get those different endings and everything, and I'd probably be all these different things that go on, and so I like that about certain games, whereas it's not entirely linear, where your choices do ultimately make that ending. The choices you do make do have consequences. And so from the gamer perspective, I like that. I like how you had to explore so much and how it was all these different things to make certain things happen, that for the factory you had to hit switches and turn these valves just to get one door open. I like that. It's also because it's that puzzle sort. I'm not big into puzzles, but for that, I mean, it's pretty common in horror games just because it adds to that atmosphere. As the writer perspective, I did enjoy it, actually. I liked how descriptive it was. I liked how very in-depth it was, and every time you went back to something, it was, again, that different writing and different look on the items that you clicked on twice. And it was, again, that choices. If this was a book, it'd be very interesting, because it was, I mean, it would be one of those books that it's like, oh, if you choose this, turn to page this. Or if you chose this, turn to page this. Or if you chose this, maybe just turn the page. It could be one of those things. But I like that, because as a book, though, this would be very interesting too, because there'd be multiple endings. So it's you, the reader, that would almost be going, okay, how do I want this book to end? Do I want it to end happily, or is it going to end very, very bad? This way, I don't know the ending. I don't know if I chose the ending where it's very bad, because, I mean, he did say I was who, like, he pretty much made it seem like he was going to die too. I don't know if he's walking along, he'll just die, or if he's going to kill himself, or what, I don't know. But this has been Home, a Unique Horror Adventure by Benjamin Rivers. If you guys want, you can actually check it out. It's on PlayStation Network. I don't know if it's on Steam, I don't know. But it's a very interesting game, very cool. I like the pixelated thing. I don't know which game I'm going to play next. But thank you all for watching, Young Nation. And newcomers. Above all, I can't forget about you newcomers, because you newcomers have the potentiality to become part of the Young Nation. Yeah, that's right. So, as well in this, before I'm done, I just want to mention my charity book sale is still running for the rest of this year until next September. So, how you want to be part of that is you just go down to the links below, click on my Amazon author page link, click on the link. You can either purchase the first book or the second book, and 50% of those royalties will be given to the charity City Kidz that I have chosen to donate to. And if you want to know more information about City Kidz, go into the description below as well, because below the Amazon author page link, that link should be right there to go and check out their page, because then you will find out more information about what they do, all the good they do in the community, all the help they do with kids that are not in so great situations. As well, if you're in the description below, don't forget to check out my social media links, my Facebook, my Twitter, my Snapchat, and my Instagram. Instagram is more important because on the days that I have, because I create my video schedule, so on that I've pretty much put that Mondays, I believe, are my random vlog video days. So for those, you will get to vote on what video I put out for the Mondays. Seems fair, right? Well, that's where you guys get your voice, and you get to choose which video I do for Monday. There might be other times where I might choose on, for let's say book reviews or the games and everything. I'll ask like, okay, what games do you want to see me play, what books you want me to read and review on, and all this different stuff. Even for messages and sermons, I might ask, what kind of topics are you guys more in line to see me talk about? But that is all I had for you guys today. Thank you for joining me in finishing up Home, a Unique Horror Adventure. Don't forget to give this video a like. Comment down below if you enjoyed this game, what you thought. Don't forget to share this with some people if they like unique games like this. Well, I don't know if this is generally unique, because a lot of games do have that different story ending, so have that your choices matter, so I don't know if it's entirely unique that way. But it is a fun game. As well, don't forget to subscribe. And when you subscribe, don't forget that bell notification. And when you subscribe, you become part of the Young Nation! Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!